narrative here has been at my side for a long time. When Neil and I were doing Good Omens, she made a certain phrase came into my mind at exactly the time it was necessary. Right? That's when I thought there is a goddess for writers who are sitting there thinking, shit, what comes next? If I was a better author, I would have put that in a slightly better way. I'm telling you the stone truth. And I do actually have in my office a shrine to narrativity.
It's very tasteful.
She has one tit out. But she is also holding an urn. And if you've read me, you know that if there's some urn, if there's an urn, that's
art, isn't it?
That's harmless. It's old and it's an urn, so it doesn't matter.
But you do light a candle.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I actually forget to. I didn't tell you I nearly burned the chapel down.
No.
Anyway, never mind.
But yeah, she really does. She turns up an awful lot. And in Dodger, I was thinking about the research that you were doing, and part of that, Terry said that I need to know the oldest gentleman's outfit in London. See what you can find out. And okay, we found it was Davis and Co. I phoned them up, and Terry will always ask the question that you never expect. And the first one you want to know is what colour was their front door in 1842? And
actually knew.
Because they had all of the records. They actually had the records paint for painting front door or something along those lines. And there it was. They had everything. So we had a good chat, and I'm relaying this to Terry. And just as we were about to say goodbye, he said, "Oh, just one thing." And you can hear that little tea narrative. She's just put a cup of tea down, and she's about to give you something lovely. And they said, "Oh, by the way, you know Sir Robert Peel?" Yes, of course. And Sir Robert Peel was the founder of British Police Force. And well, you might be interested to know that not only did we provide him with his personal wardrobe, yes. Terry's getting very excited in the background. Great, this is good. Oh, we also designed the original police uniform. And Terry's standing in the background going, bingo!
Actually, it included his underwear. And I just knew that Dodger, who wants to keep away from the police at any if at all possible, is somehow going to end up wearing the same underwear as the chief of police. Then meeting the chief of police and wondering what to talk about.
There's other times I was thinking that Terry's Bank, the Queen's Bank, Coutts and Co. on the Strand in London, and we were just chatting about one of the, I don't think she was one of the founders, but she was sort of part of the founding family, a lady called Angela Burdick.
Oh no, I knew about her before.
She's the
I just wanted to know more about her. But we found that they have an archivist, and she told me other things. Is it that
she proposed marriage to Wellington?
Yes.
Good God, do we know what he said? I think a billionaire.
She was a millionairess when a millionairess was, if you put it, a billionairess. I mean, it was really like that.
Yeah.
She was undoubtedly, there might be a few heads of state beyond her, but I would have thought.
And she wanted to go all the way.
And she spent all her time giving the money away. She didn't think much of churches, but she did think a lot of Christianity. So if you were actually helping the poor, that was fine.
Fantastic.
And so she would give money to the church. She actually was on the side of the Aboriginals in Australia before most people had even heard of them.
Probably people that heard of Australia. So you've got this rich vein of characters. You've got your London. You decide that you're not going to put it into exactly the London of the 1840s.
Yes, but it's a very, generally speaking, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the people moving around that's the thing. And again, for anyone wanting to write, I have to say, you know, when I started out in science fiction, as many people do, and it's a good start, and it really is, and the fantasy came later. And then I started reading everything else. And that's the whole point. You start reading every bloody damn thing. And good science fiction, especially, can be absolutely wonderful. Because good science fiction writers have pat-back minds. They know little details that other people have forgotten about, and they chop them into their words somewhere, and that will...
You've certainly done that with Dodger, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're saying about other writers, Terry will also be asked very regularly, what advice have you got for writers who suffer from writer's block? Your reply is, right. That's it. It's something that you have never, it has never struck you that writer's block is a real thing. You just write your way out of it.
Writer's block is a different kind. When you think, sod this, the sun's out. Writer's block.
I'm going to go do the garden.
Yeah. But generally, what you see, I'm a clean living man, and narrative, he looks after me.
Absolutely. I was also thinking in that respect that we went off to a writers' conference for aspiring writers at Winchester University a number of
And you
years
know
ago.
what? They promised me one of the things.
Okay.
Yeah, to go into the undercroft. That's where the skulls are. Oh, sorry, we can't do it today.
I remember the conversation.
I wanted skulls.
The lady's called Barbara Large.
Oh, yes.
She would be very pleased. She looks like Dustin Hoffman in She really does.
It will get back to her.
We'll get back to her.
Not me saying it, him.
She's a very lovely lady, and she's very easy to wind up. And Terry actually, I think we didn't go and see it because you actually told us you wanted to go and look at the fornications.
I think she probably knew what they meant.
You stood up in front of these aspiring writers in Winchester. Lots of notepads. You can imagine people sitting there waiting. What is it he's going to say? What is it he's going to say? He's not going to tell us about Basing stuff again because I spent all that time driving around. What is it he's going to want? What's he going to offer? And Terry stood up to the lectern, and you were due to speak for an hour. And he said, "Okay, aspiring writers, what are you all doing here? You should all go home and write." I thought it was a lovely moment. It's an entirely
Okay, here it comes. It's all about the commonality of mankind. You've got arms, legs, all these things. If you haven't got all this, I'm sorry for you, but I can't do very much about it. So you know how people think and feel. And you know the thoughts that you have and the thoughts that you conceal from other people. And you watch other people. And you watch other people's faces. And you work out what people are thinking. And if you do this long enough, and heaven is the best, so you've got a lot of material all around you anyway, some magic happens. Now, for example, lots of people told me, let's take Naniog. So many people, especially in England, have told me, my grandmother was just like Naniog.
Yep.
And I say, I know, because lots of grandmothers, if they're rather the saucy type of grandmother, it's just like Naniog. That's how it is. So I know that people would recognise her because people like her around the place. It's not difficult. You're a human being and you have everything necessary to understand what other human beings are like. Even the nasty things in your own self that you don't let out. You know about that as well.
What, even mine?
I know about you and Princess Leia.
Oh no.
I think it was just a cutout.
No. Yes. You walk into my office and there is actually a full-length cutout of Princess Leia. Yeah, I'm sorry. But now she has, when the stories relayed about this, I think we were at Comic-Con and you told people I actually have an inflatable Princess Leia.
Actually, there's a bloke over there who wants to...
Where did I buy it? Would you like me to read a bit from Dodger? Would you like me